deep sets in Chicago with large numbers or territory.
Call for backup right now. Come on. Hey, Super, I gotta come at the shirt.
You know, I be with the gang. You know, stay with the gang. Stay with the gang.
Chicago, known for its grand skyscrapers and bustling urban life, also harbors a complex subculture, woven together by an intricate web of street sets. These groups spread out across the sprawling cityscape, have shaped and been shaped by the neighborhoods they reside in, wielding influence over vast areas and commanding sizable memberships. In this exploration we delve deep into the narratives of 5 sets such as 051 Young Money, THF O Block, 757, and CrankTown. Each with its unique history and footprint offers a glimpse into the multifaceted world of Chicago's urban underbelly. At number 5, we have CrankTown.
It's gonna be bigger than this little community, these few blocks. We taking Woodlawn, we taking it from 63rd Street, wherever it stopped back north or back south, east or west, we taking it from here to Wall Street. We knocking on doors, let us in. Just let us in, we hungry. On the real, we hungry. We hungry. And I ain't got nothing. You see, we done put them away.
Let's go ahead and walk through CrankTown. And look, I did this for the crank, man. I did this for the crank. And I'm filming this because I'm gonna let y'all know something. It all started right here. No lie. It all started right here on Kimbar after school, bro.
CrankTown, rooted on 62nd and Kimbok, represents a prominent set of black pea stones. While they maintain a steady presence, their depth has seen a decline over the years, attributed to urban gentrification, fewer young members, and increased incarcerations. Their legacy traces back to the late 90s. At number 4, we have 757.
This trenches right here on Sunday, this the real trenches. Okay, real trenches.
They say, I'm outside, y'all like my cube? Yeah, it's something new though.
The 757 Alliance is a confluence of 3 distinct sets. Rock Nation, 7, based at 27th and State, Lawless, 5, at 35th and Rhodes, and the Burr, 7, on 37th and Indiana. Predominantly represented by Gangster Disciples, the Alliance also includes members from Black Disciples and Black Peastone factions. Notably, the Burr leans mostly towards the Black Disciples set. As a pivotal entity in the low-end community, 757 exerts control over 2 apartment complexes, dominates the entire 35th Strip, and oversees operations at the gas station located on 35th and King. Younger members of Lawless, known as NGV, predominantly hail from the 35th and King vicinity. However, the changing urban landscape, primarily due to gentrification and the proximity to the Illinois Institute of Technology, has forced 757 to be discreet, with most of their operations contained within buildings. The Burr has particularly felt the effects of these changes. With gentrification intensifying, its stability has been shaken, leading many members to congregate either in Lawless Gardens or on 27th. The original hub of 37th and Indiana is now seldom used by 757. Despite these shifts, both Lawless and Rock Nation maintain their robust presence, showing resilience in the face of urban challenges. At number 3, we have O Block aka Wick City.
Got my shotty in with me. I ain't gonna cap with you, twin. I got JC and B's with me. I ain't gonna cap. I know what's going on, man.
Lottie boy. Look, on my dear father, look. Put the street sign out there, little bro. Look the camera, bro. To be exact. See, guys, pull up. Hold on. Show me stop and try to 65th, little bro. See what's going on. That's 65th, little bro. Ain't no time. That's
situated on 64th and Martin Luther King Drive, O Block, also recognized as Wick City, is a notable set of the Black Disciples. While it has achieved considerable popularity in America, with visitors almost daily and occasional interviews with residents and members, O Block's reputation is tinged with danger. Many are unaware of the underlying risks associated with the area, which has witnessed numerous deaths over the years. The origin of the name O Block pays tribute to a late member, O.D. Perry. In remembrance of him, the set was renamed O Block following his passing. At number 2, we have THF, Trigger Happy Family.
You know how to slide, right?
On Fulham, I've been down there.
Yeah, shit. You go run into the people you go
All
run
in
into.
the row houses, all type of shit. Boring.
Hey, look, I'm finna get off house fast real soon. I'm gonna make it fun for you, all right?
Hey, what y'all say to for? Hey, you heard what my little brother said, right? We got the whole city to hang with us, man. That's you wanted me to join your live for? Hey, look.
Located in the North Kenwood neighborhood of South Chicago, specifically in the low-end region, THF, Trigger Happy Family, stands as a prominent affiliation. This alliance brings together members from 3 major sets: the Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples, and Mickey Cobras. The roots of THF trace back to the Ellis Towers apartments, which was initially under the influence of the Mickey Cobras. It was only with time that the Black Disciples and Gangster Disciples began marking their presence in the region. Today, the THF territory spans from Cottage Grove to Lake Park, covering the 43rd to 47th blocks. It's also worth noting the subset, THF 44. While they align with the core principles and affiliations of the broader THF 46, they primarily operate in a different locale, the Fuller Park neighborhood. At number 1, we have 051 Young Money.
If you're not in them trenches, you can't whoop me at all, brother. At all.
Man, I see you out. I see you, fool. Yeah, you know, I'll be with the gang. You know, I stay with the gang. Stay with the gang. Stay with the gang.
051 Young Money, often referred to simply as 051, is a distinct renegade set based in Chicago, Illinois. Predominantly comprised of Mickey Cobras, the group also includes members from the Black Disciples and Black P. Stones. Their turf spans from 48th and Drexel to 51st and St. Lawrence, with their central hub firmly rooted at 51st and Cottage Grove. In 2014, 051 Young Money came into the spotlight after 2 of their members, Lil Mick and Rockhead, were implicated in the murder of rising rapper L.A. Capone, who was tragically shot in 2013. L.A. Capone was affiliated with the Black Disciples set 600, which had a significant rivalry with 051 Young Money. The animosity intensified in 2012 when Fathead, a 14-year-old member of 051 Young Money, was killed by 600 members. This event is believed to have precipitated L.A. Capone's subsequent murder as an act of retaliation. Navigating through Chicago's streets, one is often struck by the juxtaposition of its vibrant, bustling energy and the underlying tension emanating from its vast web of street sets. The stories of 051 Young Money, THF, O Block, 757, and CrankTown showcase the profound influence such groups have over vast swaths of the city, inextricably intertwining their legacies with Chicago's own saga. As Chicago marches forward, it's crucial to acknowledge and understand these tales, for they provide crucial context to the broader narrative of a city that's as multifaceted as its
BK, Rossi killer, Count killer, Ambo killer, all you hoes, man, you run, good foot action. Hey, little biscuits, look, I got a new one for you. Look, come get it off of me, in here or in the county.
Had that thing, I just hit a couple stages, now I'm back in my lane. Moving word like a train, towing guns, Max Payne.
Chicago is home to some of the most infamous and dangerous neighborhoods in the United States, where gang culture has a long and storied history. In this video, we explore 5 of the most notorious hoods in the city, each dominated by powerful and influential gangs. From the insane Gangster Satan Disciples in Oaktown to the Mickey Cobras in Fuller Park and La Raza in 48th Side, These neighborhoods are marked by their intense rivalries, rich histories, and the ongoing struggle for control. Join us as we delve into the stories behind these dangerous hoods and the gangs that define them, including the Black P-Stones, Latin Kings, Mickey Cobras, Gangster Disciples, and Black Disciples.
Always had that thing, I just hit a couple stages, now I'm back in my lane. Moving word like a train, towing guns, max pain.
48th Side is a large La Raza hood consisting of branches 48th and Laughlin, 48th and Bishop, 48th and Throop, and 48th and Racine. 48th Side was established in 1984 when La Raza expanded outward from the Pilsen neighborhood, immediately finding a strong enemy in the Almighty Saints and Latin Souls, which ensued in a bloody war. L Block 48th Side is a La Raza set located on 48th and Laughlin. Shop Block Boondockie 48th Side is a La Raza set located on 48th and Bishop. Pumba Gang 48th Side is a La Raza set located on 48th and Ada. Racine 48th Side is a La Raza set located on 48th and Racine. The Satan Disciples opened up the 59th Street SDs in 1993. 59th SDs extend from 57th to 61st and Central Park to Washtenaw. S Block Lazy Gang, a Satan Disciple set located on 59th and Spalding. The SDs opened a set in Gage Park in the early 90s. Satan City, a Satan Disciple set located on 59th and Albany. Murder Town Grizzly Gang, a Satan Disciple set located on 59th and Mozart. THF 44 is a Mickey Cobra set that is close with THF 46, and they beef with most GD sets in the area. PB or D-Thang World is a Mickey Cobra set located on 48th and Princeton. Rappers include PB Toon Chi. Gucci Gang or Pocket Boys is a Mickey Cobra set located on 51st and Princeton. THF 44 is a Mickey Cobra set that is close with THF 46, and they beef with most GD sets in the area.
So, what's the word? What are the streets saying?
They believe it was Latin Kings, but it's not for sure yet. You know, right now, it's all out war now. You know, because they don't know who did it.
1 week after the murder of an alleged gang chief, the mystery remains. Who pulled the trigger?
Somebody's gonna get famous off this murder. You and I both know that.
Somebody's in their glory right now, laughing and cheering and smiling at the killer. But what goes around comes around.
Police have ramped up their presence on Bobby D's block, and his funeral passes without incident. Many suspect that a rival gang carried out the slaughter.
How long has the war between the Ambrose and the SDs been going on?
Man, that started kicked off like in the early 90s.
In the 90s the war was? I thought it was before that.
No, it was like early 90s.
What happened that kicked off the war?
From about a girl, a female.
The scene.
Hey, stop putting it this way!
That way! Side about 1-8. What it's about right here, 18th and Oakley. All you, my face, I ain't hiding my face. 18th and Oakley, side folks. BK, Rasta killer, Count killer, Ambo killer. You know my face, you see me, I've been locked up with half you. I done whooped half you behind bars, chased you behind bars. Hey, little biscuits, look, I got a new one for you. Look, come get it off of me. Much love to all my fellow SD brothers, especially Cicero, 18th and Park, and Taylor, all of Oakley.
We're here all day, every day. We're tricky, stop tricking on me. We don't hide our faces, we don't trick, we don't tell nothing. Hey, I hate everybody, all that oppose me. You ain't an SD, get it.
Although the Satan Disciples are always more than willing to admit to their gang affiliation.
Look at that, 19th and Wood, 19th and Wood.
by myself, all black and yellow. Black and yellow, down to the shoes. Juggernaut, what's up? What's up? That shit is me and a dog. This ain't out here, man. Oh, we might have a van right here. I thought we had some flakes. I really believed it. For a minute there, thought that white van, woo, was gonna go down. Thought it was gonna go down, taking my shank out, you know? No problems, though. Come over here, spin over here. I'm running out of time, though.
Oaktown consists of 4 insane Gangster Satan Disciple sets, including 18th and Oakley, 19th and Oakley, 21st and Oakley, and 23rd and Oakley. They have long-standing rivalries with various other gangs, such as the Almighty Bishops, Almighty Ambrose, Almighty Insane Latin Counts, La Raza, Gangster Party People, Insane Deuces, Insane Tutus, and the Little Village Almighty Latin Kings. The insane Gangster Satan Disciples of 18th and Oakley originated on 15th and Talman, but quickly relocated to Cullerton and Oakley in 1960. Over the years, Oaktown grew significantly in West Pilsen, establishing a strong presence. By the late 1970s, they were locked in violent conflicts with other Pilsen gangs, driven largely by control of the local drug trade. 1900 is the insane Gangster Satan Disciples set located on 19th and Oakley. Zone 6 or 2100 is a insane Gangster Satan Disciples set located on 21st and Oakley. In Town or 2300 is a insane Gangster Satan Disciples set located on 23rd and Oakley and 23rd and Levitt.
Welcome to Fifth City, man. We know for getting money, staying fresh as hell, so we done broke a lot of these niggas, man. Sent these niggas main things home, back on that yellow brick road, make the whole click our heels twice to get home. Ain't no, and don't get that shit confused. We like real belt for real too. Real. Yeah, that bitch got reach like from here to Canada. Hey, what do you say? Yeah, oh, that bitch got reach from here to Canada. Don't let burn them, man. Don't let share, man. You know? I remember when I first did that shit like, you know? Don't let burn them, man. That's just like real hood legend, man. Real hood legend. Real hood legend. That's why all this shit about. No bullshit, no little bro, man.
My son real, man. My son money team.
Gotta get that tat. That's what that bitch is.
Fifth City is one of the original territories of the unknown vice lords established in the 1960s. Since the 1980s, the unknown vice lords from Fifth City have been engaged in conflicts with the Black Souls and traveling vice lords. Miss Han Money Team is an unknown vice lord set located on Monroe and Homan. Boog Mob Yodi Money Team is an unknown vice lord set located on Spalding and Van Buren. Fifth Avenue or J-Boys is an unknown vice lord set located on 5th and Millard. St. Louis Money Family is an unknown vice lord set located on 5th and St. Louis.
The hoods of Chicago are more than just places on a map. They are battlegrounds where power, loyalty, and survival play out every day. The stories of Oaktown, Fuller Park, 48th Side, 59th Street, and Fifth City reveal the deep-rooted challenges that have shaped these neighborhoods and the lives of those who call them home. Understanding the history and dynamics of these areas is crucial to grasping the broader issues of gang violence and community resilience in Chicago. As the city continues to evolve, the legacy of these hoods remains a stark reminder of the complexities and consequences of life.
Oakley side, folks. BK, Rossi killer, Count killer, Ambrose killer, all you hoes, man, you run, good foot action. Hey, little biscuits, look, I got a new one for you. Look, come get it off of me. In here or in the county.
We're here all day, every day. We're tricking, stop tricking on me. We don't hide our faces, we don't trick, we don't tell nothing. Hey, I hate everybody, all that oppose me. If you ain't nasty, get it.
Although the Satan Disciples are always more than willing to admit to their gang affiliation.
The Satan Disciples, a formidable street gang, have a storied presence in Oaktown, Chicago. Originating in the late 1950s in Brighton Park, the gang rapidly expanded its territory and influence, becoming deeply entrenched in the criminal landscape of Chicago. Known for their strict code of conduct and involvement in various criminal enterprises, The insane Gangster Satan Disciples have established strongholds in Oaktown, encompassing 4 key sets: 18th and Oakley, 19th and Oakley, 21st and Oakley, and 23rd and Oakley. Their history, rivalries, and ongoing activities have significantly impacted the communities they inhabit, shaping the socio-economic fabric of the area.
So, what's the word? What are the streets saying?
They believe it was Larry King's, but that's not for sure yet. You know, right now, it's all out war now. You know, because they don't know who did it.
1 week after the murder of an alleged gang chief, the mystery remains. Who pulled the trigger?
Somebody's gonna get famous off this murder. You and I both know that.
Somebody's in their glory right now, laughing and cheering and smiling at the killer. But what goes wrong comes wrong.
Police have ramped up their presence on Bobby D's block, and his funeral passes without incident. Many suspect that a rival gang carried out the
How long has the war between the Ambrose and the SDs been going on?
Man, that started kicked off like in the early 90s.
In the 90s, the war was? I thought it was before that.
No, it was like early 90s.
What happened that kicked off the war?
From about a girl, a female.
The Satan Disciples, a formidable street gang, have a storied presence in Oaktown, Chicago. Originating in the late 1950s in Brighton Park, the gang rapidly expanded its territory and influence, becoming deeply entrenched in the criminal landscape of Chicago. Known for their strict code of conduct and involvement in various criminal enterprises, the insane Gangster Satan Disciples have established strongholds in Oaktown, encompassing 4 key sets: 18th and Oakley, 19th and Oakley, 21st and Oakley, and 23rd and Oakley. Their history, rivalries, and ongoing activities have significantly impacted the communities they inhabit, shaping the socio-economic fabric of the area. The Satan Disciples were founded in 1959 by King Satan at 15th and Talman in the North Lawndale neighborhood of Chicago. Initially composed mainly of Czechoslovakian and Polish youths, the gang also included many Mexican members. Contrary to some legends, the name Satan Disciples did not originate from the Devil's Disciples but from a local priest's comment. By 1960, they had established significant chapters in North Lawndale, near West Side, and Heart of Italy, West Pilsen. Throughout the 1960s, the Satan Disciples fought against other gangs like the Gaylords, Ambrose, and Latin Counts, while the Latin Kings were not a significant threat until the mid-1960s. The gang expanded its influence and territory rapidly, setting up chapters in various neighborhoods and facing off against numerous rivals. During the Vietnam War, their growth slowed as many members were drafted, but they managed to maintain their territories and even open new ones. In 1978, the Satan Disciples joined the Folk Nation Alliance formed by Larry Hoover of the Black Gangster Disciples. This alliance, designed to organize gang wars in prison and on the streets, led to a truce and collaboration with former enemies like the Ambrose Gang. This same year, the Satan Disciples adopted a formal constitution influenced by the BGDs, allowing for structured operations and legitimizing business ventures. The Satan Disciples continued to expand throughout the 1980s and 1990s, opening new chapters in various Chicago neighborhoods and suburbs. They established a strong presence in places like Back of the Yards, Brighton Park, and West Town. During this time, they engaged in violent conflicts with other gangs, including the 2-6 and Milwaukee Kings, and internal leadership struggles led to significant changes within the organization. By the 1990s, the Satan Disciples had grown to thousands of members, becoming one of Chicago's largest street gangs. They adapted a business-like approach to their operations, focusing on profitability and strategic territorial control. Despite facing continuous law enforcement pressure and rival gang conflicts, the Satan Disciples retained much of their original territory and established a substantial presence in new areas. The Satan Disciples remain an influential and formidable gang in Chicago. Their history reflects the evolution of gang dynamics in the city, from localized street fights to structured criminal enterprises. Their ability to adapt and grow has ensured their persistence as a significant force in Chicago's gang landscape.
Hey, stop putting it in that way!
Murder Town, also known as 2300, is an insane Gangster Satan Disciples set located in Oaktown, specifically at 23rd and Oakley, as well as 23rd and Levitt. Zone 6, also known as 2100, is an insane Gangster Satan Disciples set located in Oaktown at 21st and Oakley. This set is part of the larger Oaktown Insane Gangster Satan Disciples. 1900 is an insane Gangster Satan Disciples set in Oaktown, located at 19th and Oakley. This set is a part of the broader Oaktown Insane Gangster Satan Disciples.
What up, side folk? 1-8. What it's about right here, 18th and Oakley. All you my face, I ain't hiding my face. 18th and Oakley, side folk. BK, Rasta killer, Count killer, Ambo killer. You know my face, you see me, I've been locked up with half you. I done whoop half you behind bars, chase you behind bars. Hey, little biscuits, look, I got a new one for you. Look, come get it off of me. Much love to all my fellow SD brothers, especially Cicero, 18th and Park, and Taylor, all of Oakley.
We're here all day, every day. We're tricking, stop tricking on me. We don't hide our faces, we don't trick, we don't tell nothing. Hey, I hate everybody, all that oppose me. If you ain't an SD, get it.
Although the Satan Disciples are always more than willing to admit to their gang affiliation.
Look at that, 19th and Wood, 19th and Wood. By myself, all black and yellow. Black and yellow, down to the shoes. Juggernaut, what's up? That shit is me and a dog. This ain't out here, man. Oh, we might have a van right here. I thought we had some flakes. I really believed it. For a minute there, thought that white van, was gonna go down. Thought it was gonna go down, taking my shank out, you know? No problems, though. Come over here, spin over here. I'm running out of time, though.
1800, the Insane Gangster Satan Disciples set of 18th and Oakley initially started on 15th and Talman, but quickly moved to Cullerton and Oakley in 1960. Over the years, Oaktown expanded significantly in West Pilsen, engaging in violent conflicts with all other Pilsen gangs in the late 1970s over control of the drug trade. Satan Disciples' history in Oaktown reflects their broader journey from a protective social club to a major criminal organization. Despite numerous law enforcement crackdowns and societal efforts to curb their influence, the gang remains active, adapting to changing circumstances and maintaining their presence in Oaktown. Their deep-rooted rivalries, distinct culture, and enduring impact on the local community underscore the challenges faced in addressing gang violence and crime in urban areas. Understanding the intricate history and operations of the Satan Disciples is crucial for developing effective strategies to mitigate their influence and foster safer, more resilient...
Fifth City is a prominent territory of the Vice Lords, one of the oldest and most influential street gangs in Chicago. Within the Vice Lords, the unknown Vice Lords stand out as a significant subset. The Vice Lords originated in the late 1950s, founded by a group of African-American youths incarcerated at the Illinois State Training School for Boys in St. Charles. This initial formation laid the groundwork for what would become a complex and influential organization.
Find out right now where the Lords stand. See, we got some Lords, city Lords, and they Lords until they get in trouble.
The Vice Lords began in 1958 when 7 young dudes got out of prison together. 10 years later, there were 10,000 Lords. They became a nation, and the nation's spokesman was Bobby Gore. As a boy, forced out into the ghetto streets, Bobby Gore learned to fight. Bobby was part of that first black generation on the West Side that banded together under names like Comanche, Tomahawk, and Vikings.
and later came to be called gangs.
The idea of the vice lord originated from Illinois State Training School for boys in 1957 going into 58. The dudes that was in St. Charles, all the guys in St. Charles belongs to organizations such as the Cobras, Imperial Chaplains, the Clovers, the Braves, the Imperial Knights, the Imperial Dukes, the Spanish Counts, the Barons, several organizations. We had common enemies at that time, but we didn't know who they was. Now we realize the common enemies we had really was police, 95%. We normally had said that the white man normally was the lord of all vice, so we just took their title. You know, instead of the syndicate of the mafia, you know, we just wanted to be vice lords.
She sat down with a family whose gang activity has been really part of the family business now for generations.
Inside the home of this West Side Chicago family, you find a common thread, a way of life started by this father, passed on to his nephews, and now his sons.
I want to do a show of hands. I mean, how many generations have been in a gang? What was the first generation? And the second generation? And then the next? So it's just gone through the family.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I ain't proud of that,
Jetty Williams is a little hard to understand now since his stroke, but at one time, no voice carried more weight in Chicago's gang world. A former leader of the notorious Vice Lords gang, Williams spent most of his life awaiting trial, on probation, or in prison. He's since given up gang life.
I don't like my kids being about that, but I can't lay down and tell you, don't do this when your daddy done it. I'm not gonna be no hypocrite.
But his legacy continued.
I did robberies. You know, that was my specialty. You know, we didn't go around hurting innocent people like the kids do these days. You know, it was more about money, power, and respect, and who can get to the top of the hill first. But doing that, we still had loyalty to who started this.
Through this generation era, it bled down into them. When it got down to them, the blood was running in the streets. And they had no guidance, because a lot of us was locked up. So they had no guidance.
Meet the Vice Lords. We got 50-shot max, this small. We got techs. We got 30-30s.
Right. You hunting people.
Right. Anybody who trying to come through our building.
If one of us go down, they going down too.
If one of us go down, everybody got to go.
The whole family on a gun except for me, but I can get a gun anytime I want.
You got a gun now? Show it to us, can you?
The unknown Vice Lords, started by Willie Lloyd, are a subset of the larger Vice Lords gang, one of the oldest and most significant street gangs in Chicago. The Vice Lords originated in the late 1950s, founded by a group of African-American youths incarcerated at the Illinois State Training School for Boys in St. Charles. This initial formation laid the groundwork for what would become a complex and influential organization. The Vice Lords quickly expanded their influence across Chicago, establishing various factions, including the unknown Vice Lords. The 1960s and 1970s saw the gang becoming deeply entrenched in Chicago's neighborhoods. They clashed with rival gangs such as the Latin Kings and the Disciples, as they sought to protect and dominate their territories. The unknown Vice Lords, like other factions of the Vice Lords, evolved over time. In the 1980s and beyond, they became more organized and structured, developing a constitution and a hierarchical system. Fifth City, one of the original territories of the unknown Vice Lords dating back to the 1960s, has been a significant area of conflict. Since the 1980s, the unknown Vice Lords from Fifth City have been in ongoing disputes with both the Black Souls and the traveling Vice Lords. Fifth Avenue, also known as the J-Boys, is an unknown Vice Lord set located at 5th and Miller. Boog Mob Yodi Money Team, an unknown Vice Lord set, is located at Spalding and Van Buren. My Sean Money Team, an unknown Vice Lord set located at Monroe and Holman, is known for including the famous rapper G Nizzle. St. Louis Money Family, an unknown Vice Lord set, is located at 5th and St. Louis. History of the unknown Vice Lords is a testament to the evolution and influence of street gangs in Chicago. From their origins in the late 1950s to their structured and hierarchical form in the present day, the unknown Vice Lords have played a crucial role in the Vice Lords' territorial conflicts and organizational development. Key territories like Fifth City and notable sets such as Fifth Avenue EKAJ Boys, St. Louis Money Family, Boog Mob Yodi Money Team, and My Sean Money Team highlight the extensive reach and impact of the unknown Vice Lords in Chicago's gang.
Like I told you, there's no love city. 56, do you hear me?
No Love was Triggertown. So that's, you probably think of late 70s, late 80s, early 90s maybe, when Bible was put over the line, 59th. He's the one who changed it to No Love.
Welcome back to All Scoops Media. Today, we're diving into the world of No Love City, one of the most prominent Gangster Disciples hoods in Chicago. Situated in the heart of Englewood, No Love City is a neighborhood with a rich and tumultuous history. Known for its diverse and numerous sets, this area has a reputation for getting money and intense rivalries, particularly with the well-known Black Disciple sets like Lamron and T-Town. We'll explore the various sets that make up No Love City, their influential figures, and the ongoing struggles and stories from this infamous part of Chicago. Join us as we unravel the layers of No Love City and its significance within the Gangster Disciples organization.
Right, and told him that he could no longer be affiliated with the Stone. And I believe he did that out of his love for me. The next day, Jeff came to 680 Green and wanted to try to straighten it out. We wouldn't hear of it. So he left with a little anger. About 6 months later, 6 or 7 months later, with me talking to Larry and me also keeping in contact with David, I had a chance to bring them together. And we sat and we decided that it would be an equal partnership. That's how it got to be 2 kings and 2 princes.
In Chicago last fall, a march to protest school problems surprised the political establishment by rallying thousands of young people in the city streets. Many of those marchers were gang members because the political organization that sponsored the rally, 21st Century Vote, has deep ties to a criminal street gang, the Gangster Disciple Nation. The Gangster Disciples, police say, is one of the country's most violent drug-dealing gangs, viciously controlling a third of the drug trade in Chicago, with an army of 30,000 members who follow orders. And one of those orders was to show up at that political march, according to this Gangster Disciple member who had no idea why he was sent there.
I don't really know what the march was about, but they had us down. I don't know. We won't ask no questions why this and why we had to go that we just do. They wanted to see a lot of people show up there. I don't know why.
But gang leaders knew they were building numbers. It was a show of political force. 21st Century Vote Political Committee was conceived by the acknowledged leader of the Gangster Disciples, convicted murderer Larry Hoover. He discussed his plans to acquire political power in a monitored telephone conversation 2 years ago.
The vote is the most important. What they fear more than anything is our political power. All we got to do is put our program together, follow our program. That's my main focus right there. And stop these kids from hurting each other out there.
Jeff, the story told in the 178 pages of this federal criminal complaint filed today alleged that the Gangster Disciples are still violent and dangerous, but they are no longer as unified as they once were. Prosecutors said the gang faction run by Johnny Herndon, also known as Goo, collected close to $2 million a year. They sold heroin other narcotics wholesale to allied street gang factions and offered retail sales at 2 open-air drug spots on Jackson and on Kilbourne. Investigators said business was booming because customers from the suburbs and downtown could come and go quickly via the Eisenhower Expressway.
This is a faction that was already operational, up and running on Chicago's west side, and plaguing that neighborhood in a way that is dangerous and unacceptable.
Authorities called the 55-year-old Herndon patriarch of the Gangster Disciples, but
The Gangster Disciples, one of Chicago's largest gangs, originated in the 1950s and 1960s in Englewood and Hyde Park. Formed from various African-American street gangs like the Devil's Disciples and Supreme Gangsters, they initially addressed civil rights issues and local violence. Leaders such as David Barksdale and Larry Hoover were pivotal in their expansion and influence. In 1969, the Black Gangster Disciple Nation, BGDN, was created through an alliance between the gangsters and the Black Disciples to counter the Black P-Stones. Despite internal strife and external conflicts, BGDN grew rapidly, establishing a significant presence in Chicago neighborhoods and public housing projects. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, the Gangster Disciples expanded their operations, particularly in drug trafficking, which solidified their power. Larry Hoover's leadership introduced the growth and development concept in the 1980s, aiming to reform members and improve the gang's image. By the 1990s, the GDs had grown significantly, with over 35,000 members. However, increased law enforcement pressure in the mid-1990s, particularly Operation Headache, led to the arrest and conviction of many leaders, including Hoover, who received a life sentence. Today, the Gangster Disciples remain active but fragmented, with ongoing internal conflicts and rivalries. Their legacy is a complex mix of crime, community activism, and attempts at reform, reflecting both the challenges and the enduring influence of this notorious gang.
All right, I'm gonna have to give you some history. So a lot of people don't know, No Love used to be called Triggertown. Okay. No Love was Triggertown. So that's, you probably think of late 70s, late 80s, early 90s maybe, when Bible was put over the 59th. He's the one who changed it to No Love. 59th is originally No Love. 55th, that's the Double Nicks.
Is Dex the original member? Man, Dex is from No Love. Y'all ass tweaking. He's literally from No Love. His ass a big care about dude. You know, I'm not finna speak on what fam did. I ain't finna tell y'all what he did. I don't know what that man did. If he did something, I don't know what that man did. I don't know what that man did.
She's had a juke party right here, yeah. Give $2. $1 if you was gangster. My auntie used to do it right there on phone now. Yeah. Man, you know how many houses we used to break in right here? This where I'm from. This is exactly where I'm from. My boy Tommy used to live right there.
Nobody say extinct. Like I told you, there's No Love City.
And we recently had went viral for like TJ taking his gun. I just want to know like
Jump out, man, on your master, kill him.
Favorite 56, do you hear me?
On this car. On Mac on this car.
The Love City is a famous Gangster Disciple neighborhood in Englewood. It is made up of many sets, however, not all of those sets are currently allied. Some sets in No Love City have a long-standing war with the popular Black Disciple sets Lamron and Taytown. Some notable people that comes from No Love City include Boss Top, BJ, Big Up from O Block, and famous rapper Famous Dex. Troopers, or O57, is a No Love City Gangster Disciple set located at 57th and Throop in Elizabeth. Earl City is a No Love City Gangster Disciple set located at 58th and Union. GBG or Chuck Mob is a No Love City Gangster Disciple set located at 60th and May. CPT or a BG, Carpenter or Anybody Getty T is a No Love City Gangster Disciple set located at Carpenter and Garfield. Notable rappers from this set include KT Rasta and a BG Skeeter. Dean Mob or Aberdeen Bone Crushers is a No Love City Gangster Disciple set located at 57th and Aberdeen. Notable rapper associated with this set is D Nice. Freaky World is a no-love city Gangster Disciple set located at 61st and 62nd in Union. Sangamon Assassins or Landlords is a no-love city Gangster Disciple set located at 57th and Morgan. Money on May is a no-love city Gangster Disciple set located at 57th and May. Smoke Block is a no-love city Gangster Disciple set located at 59th and Peoria. Low Gang, the original set from which Chano from O Block hails, is part of the No Love City Hood located at 58th and Low. This Gangster Disciples set now goes by Chino Gang in honor of Chano. Notable figures such as Boss Top, BJ, Chano, and Big E, who are associated with the block, originally came from Low at 57th. Money on Emerald is a No Love City Gangster Disciple set located at 56th and Emerald. Known for its conflicts, Money on Emerald frequently clashes with almost the entire Motown area. Notable rapper Famous Dex is associated with this set, one of the more notable sets in No Love City. Weatherspoon testified that she and Burrell had plans to go to dinner downtown. Burrell was driving a white Mitsubishi with Weatherspoon in the passenger seat. Around 8:30 p.m., they made a stop at Burrell's aunt's houses, located at 51st and Ada Streets. Burrell parallel parked the car and started looking for his phone while Weatherspoon was busy with hers. Suddenly, Weatherspoon noticed a car driving slowly down Ada Street, stopping near the front of their Mitsubishi. A second car pulled up behind the first. Burrell said, "What?" And before they knew it, two men were standing next to her window holding guns. Both men had their right arms extended, pointing their weapons at Weatherspoon and Burrell. Weatherspoon heard the first shot and tried to crawl into the back seat for cover. She estimated that about 30 gunshots were fired. When the shooting finally stopped, she looked up to see that the gunmen and both cars were gone. Tragically, Burrell had been shot in the head and arm. Weatherspoon, although not initially aware of her injuries, realized she had been shot twice in her lower body. She managed to exit the vehicle and received help from a neighbor, Desire Brown, and Brown's 15-year-old son, NL. They brought her into their home, called 911, and comforted her until an ambulance arrived. Both Weatherspoon and Burrell were rushed to Stroger Hospital. Weatherspoon stayed in the hospital for 3 days and needed 2 to 3 months of physical therapy to learn how to walk again. Even after returning to work, she could only manage 8-hour shifts and had to take frequent breaks due to her inability to stand for long periods. She also shared that she suffered 4 to 5 miscarriages ever since the shooting happened. When it came to identifying the gunmen, Weatherspoon recalled that they were 4 to 5 feet from her. The area was well lit by streetlights, and both the Mitsubishi and the second car had their headlights on. She described the first gunman, standing closest to her, as average height, with short hair and a light complexion, holding a two-tone black and silver handgun with a long clip. Weatherspoon identified this gunman in open court as the defendant. The second gunman, whom she described as tall, with long dreadlocks and a dark complexion, was also identified in court as the co-defendant. No Love City's story is a testament to the enduring influence of the Gangster Disciples in Chicago. From their roots in civil rights struggles to their expansion through drug trafficking and community activism, the Gangster Disciples have left a complex legacy. Leaders like David Barksdale and Larry Hoover have shaped the gang's trajectory, while internal conflicts and law enforcement pressure have fragmented their unity. As we reflect on the history and impact of No Love City and the Gangster Disciples, it's clear that their story is far from over. Stay safe, and thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Chicago's gang history. See you in the next video.